Hey everybody, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to talk about how to be professional during the rehearsal process. So, you're probably here because you just booked a show. Awesome, congratulations. And you're about to start rehearsals. That's really exciting. So, of course, you want to make the best impression, and I'm here to talk about some things that have worked for me. Just a little bit of background about me. My name is Christina, and I'm lucky to be a performer full-time with the theme parks here in Orlando, Florida. And I've learned a lot of things during my time, and this is one of the areas that I feel like I have a couple tips that could really help somebody else who's just starting. I really love the rehearsal process. It's my favorite part. It's the start of something exciting. You get to meet new people. You get to go on this journey together, and that's just a really exciting and fun part. I also just want to mention that these tips are more geared towards the live theater side of things, but you could adapt these to pretty much any work setting that you like. Just replace the word director with boss. So without further ado, let's talk about some of these tips. The first tip I want to talk about is to not talk while the director is talking. When the director is trying to say something, time is money. So they want to be able to make it as efficient as possible. So when they're giving a direction, when they're talking about the show, when they're talking about what a certain scene means or what a certain line means, you want to give them your full attention, like complete eye contact, no talking with anybody else while they're talking. You have break times to be able to talk with everybody, and I think this is a really good one to lead by example. Don't feel like you need to be that person that's like shhing everybody while they're talking, because that just gets you to be that person really fast, and you don't want to do that. So you just kind of want to lead by example, focus, give them complete focus. They do notice when you are giving them your complete attention. I think most people notice when it's a very stark difference when you're giving them 100% of your focus and attention than when you are kind of giving them half. So that's one of the biggest things. Don't talk when the director's talking. Leave that for break time, and then you can talk all you want. Another thing that you want to really try to do before you get to rehearsal, before you get there every day, is to be completely ready to go. I know I've been to a lot of rehearsal processes, and I know I've done it myself, and I haven't felt the best when I've done this, is to get there kind of halfway done. Like I'm rushing from one place to the other. I have coffee. I'm kind of eating my breakfast on the way in, and I haven't super warmed up. I kind of just rolled out of bed. You know, this happens sometimes, but it's going to make you look really professional if you have your breakfast at home, completely done with that. You've had your coffee. You've given yourself enough time in the morning to wake up and warm up your body, your voice, look over your lines, whatever you need to do for that day. Have that stuff completely done before you leave the house. It just looks really good when you get there and you're fresh-faced, you're ready to go, you're excited, you're not thinking about getting to that level, you're already at that level. And that's what the director wants. The director wants you to be ready to go, because time is money. Again, you want to be that person that completely stands out. Because a lot of the time, people are still getting ready when they get to rehearsal, and you want to be completely just able to jump in. Another thing for break times, I would say, is save your phone checking for during break times. I know it's really easy to have phones on us at all times, and it's really easy to look at things. Looking at your phone, like usually that's fine, but I wouldn't encourage it. I would actually tell you to not look at your phone unless it is a designated break time. It just looks better. It makes you look like you are completely 100% focused. Even if you're not doing a run, that makes you look so good. It makes you look like you're invested in the project itself and you're a team player. And just as a asterisk note, some people are not going to be learning material the same way that you are. Some people are just chatty Cathys, and that's okay. That's the way they learn, and more often than not, the director will say something to them about it, whether in front of everybody or in private. So don't feel like you have to be that person that's policing everybody, because that can get annoying really fast. And you want to be professional, and you want to make a good impression on everyone, not just the director. So lead by example again. So this one is for when you go home and you're practicing or looking over your script. Go over any and all notes that they give, and cross out the ones that you have like actually gone over or looked over. So like the director said, you have to come in stage left and then exit stage right, but then for the next one you have to enter stage right and then exit stage left. And you could be like, wait, was it the other way around? Stuff like that. So obviously you've written that down, and then you go home later and you actually physically do the note. So you stand in your living room, TV's the audience, and you're going in and you're doing the exit just like they said. So you can kind of get it in your body. And then you cross that note out once you're done practicing that. So all of the notes that they gave for that day, go over and physically get them in your brain or say them out loud, whatever you need to do to go over them and then cross them out. And then if you still have questions on it, save those for the next day and then go over those with the director. This one is really good and one that I am working on personally. So by no means have I mastered all of these, but I really want to master this one. If the director asks somebody to go first, so if you guys are doing runs and he asks if anybody wants to go first, be that person. Be the person that says yes gracefully. You get up and you do it. You're not like, I'll do it. Like, you go up gracefully and you do it. It's really scary because you're the first one. And if this is the first few runs that your production is doing, you might make a lot of mistakes in front of everybody. And that's really scary. But the cool thing is that you get it out of the way, and then you get to just chill, relax. You got it done, out of the way. And because you made more mistakes than everybody else will probably make, obviously you'll write them down, and then they will stick with you and you'll work on those the most. Because when you fail, it sticks out pretty big, and then you can really see what you need to fix, and that just makes it more efficient. And then you get to watch everybody else, and then you can, repetition, it gets it in your brain, and then you can see what you need to fix, and then you just write more things down the more people you watch. So I am a big fan of saying yes, going first. I know it's scary and I need to work on it too. So let's work on it together. Plus, it makes you look good with the director because it shows that you are willing to jump in and be a team player. I like this one a lot. It has to do with being encouraging and positive to your other cast members. This is huge because we're all artists and we're all to some degree a little bit insecure, and going up in front of your peers is almost 10 times scarier than going up in front of families and children during the day. So, or an audience that's large. Going up in front of your peers is scary. So be that person when somebody else is going up and doing their run and they're discovering things and making choices. Be the person that is cheering them on or clapping or being encouraging and positive. Don't judge their choices out loud in front of other people. That also makes you look very bad. Or just keep it to yourself. Just watch, take notes if you need to. Write down like, oh, maybe I won't do that. Write that down. Don't be vocal about it. Don't share that with others. It can look really bad really fast. This happened in one of my rehearsal processes, and it was a really good lesson because we're all learning. We're all doing something that a lot of people are scared to do, and we are trying to work through that fear ourselves too. We're not perfect. So just be that person that's encouraging, and then people will want to continue to make choices, and that benefits the production and the show itself. And then they'll be encouraging to you, hopefully, when you try things. This one is so important. Be interested and gracious to everyone during that rehearsal process. I'm talking the tech crew. For the love of God, be nice to the techs, and your stage managers, your maintenance choreographers, your executives that come in and watch the show, the producers. Be extremely, extremely authentic and nice to these people because they're the ones that do so much work for the production, and they are the ones that are going to help you out the most when you're performing. There's never like actors are above anybody else. You are all working together as a team to make this show, to make this project happen. Another big thing I would say is you learn a lot by observing instead of being the loudest person. Now, again, everybody has different styles of learning material, and as people, we're different. So, there are some people that are going to be more extroverted, a little bit more the loudest person in the room, and sometimes that's really funny. I thoroughly enjoy the people who can make everybody laugh during the rehearsal process, and they're kind of like the leaders. But there are some times where, being the loudest person isn't isn't the best thing. You don't have to do that. Don't feel the pressure to do that or be that way if that's not you. You can learn so much by observing others and watching how people interact to see like, oh, the director really likes it when people are really talkative during certain moments, or he really likes it when people take risks. So maybe I can take a risk that I've been thinking about. You know, certain people's behaviors or habits, like hyper networking, may not be the best fit for certain directors, or just speaking to people. You can observe a lot by just being quiet and like kind of taking notes, especially during the first few weeks. Take some risks. Directors love this, in my experience, when you take risks, especially in the very beginning, because they have time to kind of work them over, see what works, what doesn't. And it shows them that you have ideas and you're bringing something to the table. Even if it's not quite it, at least it's something to work with. Giving the directors options is a really great thing, and you will definitely be remembered for it. Don't be afraid to fail. And my last big tip is that if something goes wrong during your run or during the rehearsal process, use it as an opportunity for improv. Just roll with it. If the mic goes out, or if a character doesn't show up in the right place, just use it for improv. Use it as a chance to say yes and. If it's really, really bad, they'll stop you and they'll say, let's go again. So don't be afraid to show them that you can say yes and to something that happens. They want to know that you will be able to take care of the product, take care of the show. Don't apologize. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just go with it. All right, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And if you have any questions or anything that helps you make you feel professional, I would love to hear about it, because we're all trying to get better at this thing called performing. Keep watching this channel for some more tips about live theater and performing. Definitely some more videos I want to make on this topic, and I would love to hear other things you want to hear about. All right, good luck everybody. Thanks for watching.